Hey guys, it's Milan. Welcome back to my channel. I usually don't make sit down videos like this where I'm just kind of like sitting here and talking. So yeah, that's what this is. The weather was really nice earlier and I was gonna make this earlier. The sun went away and it's looking a little bit dark now and I think it's gonna rain, but I still wanted to make the video because I was like, I feel like there's something that's still on my mind and also whatever, like let me do it. So yeah, I'm outside, a little change in scenery, and I'm using my phone as a microphone because I don't have a tiny mic, and I also don't know if the audio is gonna be good with just my camera because it's like windy and I'm outside, so I'm just doing this just in case. But yeah, I wanted to talk about connecting to the earth because I just been thinking about that a lot lately and what that means, especially since summer is here. Technically it's not summer yet, but I'm on summer break now, so to me it's summer, like same difference. But I just wanted to talk about like the earth and connecting to the earth in the midst of chaos. And yeah, just because it's something that's been on my mind and it's something that I've talked about in my classes lately. I've just been craving connection to the earth and like being outside, and I love being outside when it's beautiful out, but why can't we be outside when it's not beautiful out? And I just feel like, I don't know, since I'm a marketing major and I do a lot of marketing stuff and I'm a college student, I'm always on my phone and I'm always on my computer. I always have to be. And also with the way the world is right now, you kind of always have to know what's going on, and like as much as you want to ignore it, you can't and you shouldn't, but you should also balance how much you're taking in of that information, because we take in all this information, all this horrible news all the time, but where does all of it go? Where does all of the emotion and the impact that it has on us, where does that go? It just stays inside. So I feel like the way to kind of let go of all of that negativity and all the negativity in the world and all the chaos and hurt and pain in the world is to literally connect with the only thing that really connects us all to each other, and that is the earth. Even if that means taking my computer outside, like, and just being able to exist out here, because I think it's hard to ground yourself in the natural world and the natural patterns of the world when you're constantly bombarded with so much negativity and chaos all the time, and it feels like that's all the world is at times, at least for me, and I'm sure many other people feel that way, but it sometimes really does feel like that's the world, but it only makes a part of the world as one person, as a almost 20-year-old in this world who's still in college and still learning and still figuring things out and hasn't even stepped both feet through the door to adulthood yet. It can sometimes feel like I'm just one person in this world. What can I do? If we really want to talk about like the world, we have to talk about Earth and what it's providing us with and how we can protect it. In two of my classes that I had this year, we kind of talked about the idea of nature bringing community. In so many different cultures, they're so connected with the ground that they walk on, and they appreciate it and cherish it and take care of it, and it's like a mutually beneficial relationship between the earth and people. But I feel like especially in America, it doesn't feel like a mutually beneficial thing. I feel like in certain communities and parts of America it's like that, but not in American culture. We don't really value nature like other cultures do in other countries. I feel like Americans, we just use the earth for its resources because that's what we think we're supposed to do, but it's also like these trees are also living and this grass is also living and these insects are also living, and we need to take care of them and we need to protect them. I don't know, I feel like we love the look and the feeling of the seasons changing. We're so excited to have these changes, so I feel like we don't really appreciate and cherish that the earth is bringing us this beauty and bringing us these changes. What we can do is spiritually cherish the earth, doing certain rituals and practices outside, connecting with the literal ground, sitting on the bare ground, just being outside with nothing but nature around you. No phones, no computers, nothing. No music, just the music of the earth, the music of nature, even if it's the cars zooming by, okay? That's okay. We can't control other people, but we can control ourselves and our own connections to the earth. I think we all individually need to have our own rituals that will connect us to the earth and connect us to nature and the world around us beyond the news and beyond the craziness. Yeah, I feel like none of my thoughts are flowing cohesively, and I feel like what I'm saying is not making a lot of sense, but yeah, I don't know. I've just been craving a connection to the earth, like just being outside, but not just being outside and enjoying the beautiful weather, but also being outside and just enjoying the nature and enjoying the earth, and reminding myself that there is more to the world than war. There's more to the world than violence. There's more to the world than politics. There's more to the world than what we're seeing on our phones and computers. Individually, what I'm doing to connect more with nature and more with the earth and the environment is being very mindful of the usage of energy in my house, in my room, because I know how much that impacts the environment. But also, like, why turn on a light in the house when you can open the window and let the sunlight in? Natural light is beautiful, natural light is great. And just like sitting outside and being grounded in nature and in the greenery and appreciating every little thing about the earth. And I feel like it just keeps you grounded, and it's also very, like, it feels like a very mindful activity, because I'm like looking at the clouds right now. It just reminds you that this world is so big and this earth is so big, and we literally are living on a rock in the middle of space. I usually hate when people are like, it doesn't even matter, like, we live on a floating rock, but like, genuinely, we do. We live on a floating rock in the middle of the universe. Everything that's happening right here, right now, it is really big, and it is really serious, because it's like humanity's at stake, and it feels like things can be so beautiful if we just were a community and worked together more and weren't so against each other, and if capitalism didn't exist. All that to say, in order to connect to each other and understand each other better, we need to be more empathetic. And I think the key to being a more empathetic human being is learning to be empathetic to the earth and the world around you. The world around you meaning the earth and your environment and the environment. Humans have ego that gets in the way of our sense of empathy and our sense of community and our sense of belonging. And I think that if we just look to the earth and the nature around us as a model for what empathy means and what community means and what ritual means, and also like what it means to live, if we just look to the nature for those things and we look to earth for those things, like, it's so nice just being out here and just hearing the wind and the birds and watching the trees sway, and it's really beautiful. Even though it looks like it's gonna rain, it's still very beautiful. But that's my little tangent for the day. This was kind of fun. Low-key don't know if I'll post this, don't even know if I'll edit it. I'll probably edit it, but I don't even know if I'll post it. I'm sure I'll have more videos like this in the future, where I'm just like yapping and letting myself talk about things that are on my mind. And hopefully if I make another video like this where I'm kind of just like yapping and going on a tangent, I hope that my thoughts are a little bit more clear and cohesive. So I didn't take notes for this video. I was kind of just like thinking out loud. So yeah, who knows? Notes are good sometimes because it helps keep you on track, but sometimes it's also nice to just go with the flow, like the trees and the ocean and the rivers. I hope the weather's beautiful where you are, and I hope that you are living your life to the fullest and living in abundance and thinking in abundance. I'll see you guys soon, I guess. Whatever that is. I don't know when, but hopefully very soon. Consistency is key. Okay.